Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 past less from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. We'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With the laugh and the cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert.
World of sports, eh?
Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! How's everybody doing? It's been so long, I forgot where the button was for the intro video. James, ahoy mate, bright and early. Oh, better go live over here too. Dan Jam, ahoy! The Red Knight, ahoy mate. How exciting is this? 4 games of footy, a brand new studio, and 7:30 a.m. beers. Does life get any better? Oh, I tell you what though, at 7:30 in the morning, I've noticed that my voice hasn't kicked into gear. I'm still waking up. How do people do it? How do people with regular jobs do this crap on a daily basis? That's what I would like to know. Excuse me. So, this feast, this extravaganza of rugby league action will be kicking off with Super League. The Wigan Warriors versus the Warrington Wolves. Now, James, what are we going to do about UFC creating all these fake accounts pretending to be you? We've just got to keep popping them as they appear, I suppose. Ask him politely to stop. Narc, UK, ahoy there, mates. Watching from Hull, UK. Went to Vegas last year for the rugby. The stadium is class. It looks pretty class. D-Funk, ahoy, mate. Ollie is the best, ahoy. So I've ended up doing the one Super League game before this one. Wait a minute, the full stadium's got air conditioning? Well, yes, of course, it's in an enclosed environment. Well, that's pretty cool. That is awesome, actually. I mean, that's what you want. Indoor stadiums, air-conditioned, climate-controlled. Now, I've done the one Super League game before, and I can't remember where I went to get my stats. So I might be doing a little bit of fiddling around on my phone in the early stages of this game, and especially as I bring myself up to date with who the players are. Now, I have had a little crack at a same-game multi. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, especially because I'm not really all that familiar with the Super League, with the teams, with the players. But we're on a bit of a roll, so let's keep it going. Jordan, awesome. Ahoy, mate. We will definitely be doing the Warriors versus the Raiders, and then having a little bit of a break, and then finishing the day with the Sharks versus the Panthers. A little bit of a break so that I can watch the Elimination Chamber. A big day of sports and sports entertainment. What do we think of these USA-themed jerseys? I've got to be honest. Well, the back of the jerseys anyway. The front's fine. But on the back of the jersey, they've got the... they've got it on the front as well. These American-themed jerseys, I can't say that I'm rating them very highly. It's obviously a cash grab. Let's be brutally honest about that. It is a clear cash grab. Another jersey, a Vegas-themed jersey. Money. Oh, I need $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase's intro music to play over the top of that. Not much of a crowd, but this is, of course, the early stages. Now, the thing is, this is what I've always found interesting about it. It's a bit like a music festival. See, I'm very familiar with music festivals, and that's why I liken it to this, having used to run one myself back in the day. This is the opening act. Most of the people have brought tickets for the headliner. They're not going to be there yet. What they could do, I suppose, is have a morning ticket and an evening ticket and a full day ticket, but then, geez, that'd be hard to sort of, logistically, that'd be hard to pull off in allocated seating like this. Oh, there's quite a few more people down there on either end of the posts. In true Super League style, they want to get behind the posts and cheer their team on. We are underway here. And it's Warrington with the first hit up. Big defense from Wigan. 4-man tackle. Driving them backwards nice and early. I'm going to have to do something about that red text on the scoreboard. That doesn't look much chop. More big defense. 4-man tackle again. Wigan. This has got the intensity of a State of Origin. The intensity of a finals game. To start off here. So there'll be a few familiar names for those that have been following along with the NRL for a while. Matt Duffy is the fullback for the Warrington Wolves. Bevan French, of course, playing in the halves for the Wigan Warriors. And a solid set of 6 here on defense from Wigan. The sleeping giant was perhaps woken with that 1-0 loss in round 1 that we had the privilege of covering, actually. Wigan with the kick return. Miskey. Mr. Miskey brings it up to the 40 in midfield. And Marshall, one of my try scorers, actually, if we switch over to this screen. Marshall, one of my try scorers. Nasemba, trying to get those big legs wound up. Do forgive me if I call him Dominic Young every now and then. Inside Warrington territory. Byrne is brought down on the 5th and last. 40 out. Short side. They're going to have a run here, Wigan, and they've got numbers. 3 on 2. And now the kick through from Marshall, needing it to sit up for French. And it's taken by the Wolves just centimetres out from their own try line. Paul Vaughan. Yes, I saw Vaughan there, but I wasn't quite sure who it was. And I'm wondering who Fitzgibbon is. I'm wondering if Fitzgibbon is of Craig Fitzgibbon's family. Shooting out a dummy half. Goes Lindop. And Ashton brings it outside the 45th and last. Still inside their own half here, the Wolves. And a clearing kick straight down the middle of the field. Taken on the full at the back. And Field returns it outside the 22, or outside the 20. I'm not covering rugby union at the moment. Slow play the ball, this one. Gives the Wolves defensive line a long time to set. Straight up the middle goes Wardle. One of my try scorers as well. So I've got Marshall, Dufty, Wardle. 3 legs. It'll pay out somewhere in the region of $320. Fifth and last now for Wigan. Thompson sets it up. Luke Thompson, that's a familiar name. 40 metres out from the line in midfield. They come down this near side again. Wigan put the ball high. Contestable kick. Well taken by Thulis. Under immense pressure. Does extremely well there under that high ball. Who? Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon's dad is an Australian Labor Party member. Thank you very much for the sub. That's Sandy. I've got to make that text bigger so that I can see it. And we've got a player now. We've got our first Milky McGee of the year. Oh, okay. I reckon it doesn't look like a player feigning injury on the TV commentary. Oh, geez. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, pretty much they've collapsed right down on the back of his neck. That is classic Crusher style. The Red Knight says, out of Savage and Hudson Young, who do you think will be more likely to go in? I've got them both. I've got them both going over, the Red Knights. And our first injury stoppage of the game, almost 5 minutes in. No score here. Walshy, SZN, ahoy there, mate. Wasted World of Sports streaming live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on Twitch. We're everywhere, man. Well, not everywhere. We're on those 4 platforms specifically. Don't forget to wastedsports.com.au, our official website. wastedsport.com.au, our free to join NRL tipping and fantasy. It's not too late to get your teams in. Not too late to get your tips in. The first game will be kicking off in a couple of hours, so there's still time if you haven't joined for season 2025. Free to join NRL tipping and fantasy. wastedsports.com.au. On report, no penalty. Wow. I am very, very surprised by that. Wigan back in possession. What's my most viewers on those platforms right now? I've got no idea. I don't pay attention to things like viewers. I just have the chat room open, ready to converse whenever the situation arises, as Wigan now attack down this left edge and going straight through. Support on the outside. The pass goes to the touchy. Field did all the hard work, made the break, sliced through the centres, and it was a shocker of a pass. And that would have been our first tick off the multi as well. Marshall was lurking out there, waiting for that ball. I'll drink to that, James. Cheers, mates. Warrington with the play the ball, 20 out from their own line. And Ashton takes the first hit up. Big charge forward. There he is. Okay, Paul Vaughan. I recognize him now. Very noticeable figure. Taking that carry up to the 40. Up over halfway now. A little bit of space around dummy half. Walker. 40 metres out from Wigan's line now. They come this near side. Curry pops the pass up for Russell. Russell goes to ground fifth and last. In midfield, Williams puts the ball high. Contestable kick. It's a good one. Battle in the air. And it's ripped away by King. And King gets up, goes again. Plants it down in the corner. But we'll have a bit to look at here. I think this is no try. Oh, he's got a try. Referee's given it a try on field. But there is plenty to look at now when he rips this ball away. I say give it to them because we want to see a good game. And I think for it to be a good game, Warrington do indeed need to score first. A pinpoint accurate kick from Williams. Now, Wigan have got that in the air. And, geez, I'm going to say that this is momentum. I'm going to say this is momentum that has carried King through. They go to ground here. And the momentum. Oh, there is a little bit of a raking motion, though, isn't there? See, the ball carrier is flat on his back. Flat on his back on the ground. That, to me, suggests that's the end of the play. I couldn't award this. I would award it for the sake of the game. For the sake of a contest. Let's give it. There we go. See, the ball carrying arm hits the ground. That is deemed, if he's going for a try, that's deemed a double movement once the arm hits the ground. So I think it's only fair that it has to be deemed tackle complete when in defense as well. Decision pending. No try. There we go. They can't believe it, the players, but I think that's a fair call. Still no score. 7 minutes gone. Sweet Pea, ahoy. Up the waz for the win tonight. James, for me, I would say the contest for the ball is over as soon as the tackle is complete. As soon as that ball carrying arm hits the ground and the player is flat on his back, the ball carrying elbow has hit the ground. Warrington still had hold of him. That to me suggests tackle complete in exactly the same way as I was saying. If he was on attack, trying to score a try, that would be deemed a double movement. As soon as his elbow carrying the ball hits the turf, that's the end of his forward momentum. Therefore, I think the same should apply on defense as well. Wigan, though, go on the attack, 30 metres out and almost opening them up in midfield. 25 metres out. Smith, dummies. I think, honestly, that James, I think it's one of those situations where you can see both sides of the argument, and I don't think everybody was ever going to be happy. Bevan French putting on some fancy footwork. Somebody was going to be displeased. One group of supporters, no matter which way that one went, and it could have gone either way. December takes the high ball, flicks the pass around to Marshall. Marshall, Superman's in the air. And has he got it down? I think he's dropped it. It looks like he might have dropped it. But some fantastic work from December and Marshall. This one has also gone up as a try. Well, I hope this one gets awarded because this is one of my try scorers. December, the big Dom Young. Marshall loses it. He's lost it by a mile. See, there we go. I had a feeling Marshall just did not look confident when he got up. Menarine, ahoy there. Love your streams. Are you going to do Six Nations next week? Absolutely. Absolutely, I am. Captain Menarine. Well, we have two very, very close tries, or very nearly tries. One for each team now. And I just wonder if that's my multi. Is that my multi done? Hang on. They're still looking at this? There's clear separation. We saw that after one replay. Why are they still looking at it? Unbelievable. One thing I'll say, that was a hell of a leap. Double no tries. Warrington with the 20-meter restart. 9 minutes gone. We've certainly seen a lot of action. You can just tell people in the crowd are like, that's a touchdown. Yes. I would love to know, actually, I don't know if they are privy to these stats. I don't know if they have this available to them, but I would love to know, like, how many Americans are really getting into the game. Now, I know we've got a few here on the Waste to World of Sports as Warrington cough up the ball on halfway, and Wardle brings it back to the 40. Wigan can go straight back on the attack here. 0 tackle. Yeah, 0. I'm thinking it would be a very small percentage, James. That's where my mind is. Braden Goddard says, hopefully Eels beat the Storm a week from today. As December goes on a big, strong carry. And he is dropped 15 out from the line on this near touch line. Smith pops the pass up for Byrne. 10 meters out. They stay on the open side here. Wigan back towards the post. The flick pass out the back. Smith sends it back open side. Field in front of the post. Loves attacking down this left edge. Field. 5th and last. 15 out. Smith fires the huge cutout pass across. Needs the bounce here for Miskey. It goes into touch. Both teams just struggling a little bit with execution here at the moment. Been a great start to this game, though. So what I'm trying to find, see, in the this is what we got, James. This is what we've got for the rugby union streams. I've got stuff like this that I can pop up on the screen. Visual territory stats. Game summary. Now, I have access to information like this for the NRL. Lord knows I can't find anything like this for Super League. Not even the official Super League website seems to display live information like this during a game, which I've always found quite fascinating. And Warrington, they've been doing a lot of bringing this ball out of their own half. And here they go again in the trenches. I think I went to like BBC Sport or something like that the last time. Tackle 3, 40 meters out from their own line here. Warrington carry up towards halfway. And now beyond the halfway line, finding some space up the middle of the ruck. And breaking away is Dufty. Dufty, 20 meters out, fifth and last. Quick ball. Down the near side they go. The little grubber kick into the in goal. Marshall scoops it up. And he's back into the field of play. Doing extremely well there. Brilliant work from Marshall. Miskey brings it outside the 10, just short of the 20. Play 4 here. Going from dummy half and finding some space. Number 17 there, Leeming. Kick from inside the 40. Smith keeps it low and flat. And it sits up at the back 4. Thulis beats the first tackle. Thulis. And a great kick return. This is good field position now for the Wolves. The strong carry from Ashton. Up to halfway they go now. Lindup. Play 4. Slow play the ball. Careful there not to give away a 6 again. Walker from dummy half pops the pass up. 40 meters out from Wigan's line. 2 tackles left. Short ball to Yates. 30 meters out in midfield. What can they come up with now? Walker. The kick out to the left. It almost worked for them last time, but this time Miskey making sure he holds on to this one. And Wigan will start this 10 meters out from their own try line. Well, not even. They're 5 meters out. Big defense now from the Wolves. Sensing that there's a chance here just to keep Wigan pinned down. Wouldn't it be something if we got another 1-0 match here in Super League? They've gone to Vegas to put on a show. And we get another 1-0. Second phase play. Here's Nasemba. The in and away. Nasemba with the shrug off. A big fend. A huge, don't argue. And Nasemba goes inside the 40. Fifth and last now for Wigan. Staying on the short side for Smith to put it high. Chasing through in the middle, putting pressure on Dufty. But Dufty takes the ball, swivels away, and brings it back to the 20. Ricky, there's quite a few empty seats, isn't there? But it is, in fairness, it's still early. This is game 1 out of 4 as Thulis, or Ashton, sorry, makes a half a break. So it's still early. You'll see people start to filter in throughout the course of the day, I'm sure. I don't suppose anyone's from Vegas. Do we know what time it is over there? How early is this for them? Through the hands now, Warrington. Starting to look threatening. 40 out from Wigan's line. And they've spilled the ball. 0 tackle. And then Wigan spill it straight back. Double knock on. Double knock on. Wigan will have the scrum feed. Okay, so 13:56, so 1:56. 1:56 it is currently over there. All right, so it's still very early in the afternoon. I would say then for a sport that they don't follow over there, at 1:56 in the afternoon, this is actually probably not a bad number of people to already be in the stadium. Based on that, what's available to me. As Wigan now up over halfway, a strong carry from Dupree. 40 metres out. Staying in midfield. Ellis pops the ball up for French. French is wrapped up as soon as he takes it. Fifth and last now for Wigan. They go left. Smith with the kick, trying to pinpoint Marshall. Wigan get up. The ball is tapped back. It's free and on the ground. And Dupree dives over. But again, we'll need to have a look. The TMO about to be involved again. It's gone up as a try once again. Let's have a look. Players are onside. That's check number 1. That looks to be lost forward by the Wolves. Has Marshall got a touch on it? No. That looks like it's backwards off Thulis. Backwards off Thulis. This is play on. I think this is going to be the first try of the match. Dupree. Well, who had him in their same game multi? Dupree. Decision pending. It's going to be a try. And there it is, the first points of the game. Dupree has scored for the Warriors. And he blows a kiss to the camera. Now that's an interesting try celebration. And Wigan lead 4 points to 0, surely about to be 6. The Wigan Warriors in the lead. Well, finally, almost a quarter of the way through this half. First points on the board. Conversion attempt here from Kieran. UFC, ahoy, mate. Kieran moves in, strikes it well. It's right down the middle. And it is 6 points to 0. Points finally on the board. Back underway. Wolves with the kickoff. And Wigan go about their business now, bringing it out from their own end. 15 out. $22 out. December, another strong carry. I tell you what, I'm liking December. Solid player. French out the back to field. Well read by the Wolves defense. Fifth and last. 30 meters out. Smith with the kick straight down the middle of the field. Taken on the full. Dufty. What can he do? He almost made a break last time. This time, a wall of Wigan defense to meet him. Okay, cool. I might be able to pop this one on the screen. The official Super League website, they might have heard my complaints. Although we're having technical difficulties that one particular week. Straight through the middle. The Wolves goes Fitzgibbon. 10 meters out. Fifth and last. Front foot ball, though. Here they come. Williams. Crossfield kick. Taken extremely well by Wardle. And that saves the day. But the Wolves, they've got their chances here. They've had their opportunities. They're making opportunities. Another clean line break. Wigan now down the short side. 40 out French. Dummies. Almost opens them up. Up to halfway. Ellis keeping it on through the line. Field up in the attacking line. Here's Wardle. Fifth and last, just inside Wolves territory. Field slots into dummy half. It goes for Smith. Puts the ball high. This won't be contestable. Easy take at the back for Dufty. And Dufty almost has the ball reefed out. But goes to ground 15 out from his own line in midfield. Big defense. Driving Ashton backwards. Sweet pea, you can't believe it's round one already? Oh, believe it. Believe. Kick downfield, taken on the full by Field at the back. And he returns it now to the 40, just short of the 50-meter mark. Good field position here for Wigan. Up over halfway. Back towards midfield. Just setting things up there. Miskey. Barrel. Inside the 40. Nothing fancy here. Just straight up the middle. And now down the short side. French manages to swivel away from one. Dummies brought to ground 30 out. Oh, he's a threat every single time he touches the ball. Bevan French. Left-hand edge attack. Touched by the Wolves, is it? 6 more tackles. And Field just surrenders now that they've got that set restart. A 0 tackle, almost 30 meters out. $17 minutes 38 to go in the first half. Smith onto French. French with the cutout ball. And now Miskey for the corner. Miskey dives, plants it down. Has he got it down in time? Have Wigan got their second try? It's another one we're going to have a look at, but that was great hands from the Wigan backs. Try's been given, but we're going to have a look. The TMO will get involved. Miskey dives for the corner. Dufty with the cover defense. Makes an extremely good hit. And Miskey has got this down. You can't believe it. Miskey has got this down. Oh, he's bounced it. It's gone up as a try. There is going to have to be compelling evidence that he's bounced this ball. It looks like he's lost it. Short of the line here. Short of the line there on that angle. This is going to be very close. It's gone up as a try. That's the important thing. They have to find evidence to overturn it. This angle looked like a try. The front on camera looks like a try. Millimeters. And this is going to be awarded. That front on angle was the silver bullet, as they say. And this is going to be a second try now for Wigan. There's another one that could have gone absolutely either way. Try has been awarded. Miskey scores in the corner. And that was a beautiful backline move. The try has been scored. Try has been awarded. Wigan leading 10 points to 0. Outrageous try, says Dan Jam. From bang on the sideline, Kieran with the conversion attempt. To make it 12-0. It's on his favourite side for a left-footed kicker. Strikes it on target. It's hooking. It's hooking. It stays inside the near upright. Shaving it on the way through. And Wigan lead 12 points to 0. What a conversion to back up what was an amazing try. Wolves get us back underway. Taken in the in goal. And the try scorer, Dupree. The first try scorer. Brings it out to the 10. Slow play the ball. 15 minutes to go until the halftime break. December, another strong carry. .25 out here. Wigan through the hands. French inside ball. And that's Kieran setting it up 40 out. Some space opens up around the ruck. And a nice start there from Leeming up to halfway. Fifth and last. Smith now. Ever reliable. Puts this one high into the corner. Dufty just gets under it. Takes it on the full. Running across field now. Still going across field. Beats Kieran. Offloads. And Ashton takes it forward. Risky play again there from the Wolves. Still to only fall just short of their 20. It was a high risk play for such little reward. A big bulldozing run here up to the 30 meters line. Trapped down their own end. Again, the Wolves dummy in. 40 meters out. Walker plays it. And Dufty gets involved again. Fifth and last here on halfway. Back for the kick. Slightly shanks it off the side of the boot. And Marshall plants himself under it and takes it under no pressure. Winds up. Can't beat the defence. But 40 metres out from their own line here. A good starting position for Wigan. Wardle. Driven backwards. Dumped on his back. Big defence there from the Wolves. Walters tries to put the fend on. Goes to ground. Short of halfway. Inside ball for Leeming. Runs back towards this near touchline. Straightens. Brought down on the 40. Tackle 4. Smith slots into dummy half. And he's got Ellis rumbling straight up the middle. Pops it back for Smith. Had support on the inside. Pops it back for Lemming. Fifth and last. 20 out in midfield. Smith. They're going to have a run here. Through the hands. December beats one. Breaks away from a second. Pops the pass back in field. And Bevan French will score. Oh, they're running riot now, Wigan. December. Try and stop the big man. Someone get him an NRL contract. We'll have him. The Sharkies will have him. It's gone up as a try. Is there some sort of rule today that they've got to plug the sponsor for the TMO? That sponsorship that plays every time a decision's made. I think there's some sort of deal made. It's got to be shown X amount of times throughout the course of the day. Backwards off Walters. And French scoops it up majestically. A third try now for Wigan. Smart meters getting their plug in. It's got to be it, doesn't it? It has to be a commercial reason that one went upstairs. Try's been awarded. And Wigan are absolutely running riot now. December. Can't be stopped. Conversion from right in front. Over it goes, and Wigan lead 18 points to 0. User 9610 says, should have passed it to Marshall or Wardle. Yeah, he probably should have. I've got a feeling, though, the second half is going to open up. And there will still be plenty of tries to be had. Plenty of tries still to come. All right. If I put this up on the screen beside me, it doesn't look so empty. RL Super King, ahoy, mate. And we'll get the try scorers up on the screen as well once it decides to update. 18 points to 0. Kind of confusing having that wrong score there, though, isn't it? Yeah, that doesn't update quickly enough. Never mind. We won't worry about it. I don't think I worried about it last time the Super League was on. So let's not worry about it this time either, as the Wolves now up over halfway. Keeping the ball alive. Taken off the ball there was Williams. And this will be a penalty to the Wolves. Tackled without the ball. The touch finder. 20 meters out from the line. Here come the Wolves. A chance to hit back. 60% possession in favor of Wigan. But 20 meters out, the Wolves looking to hit back. In midfield, standing in the tackle. Goes to ground now. On the 10-meter line. They've gotten even closer. Walker, out the back it goes. Dufty scoops it up. Dufty straightens. Dufty heads for the line. Still going, Dufty. Fires the pass over the top. It's been trapped with the foot by Thulis. And the pass just wasn't crisp enough. Wigan scramble across. Dufty should have kept going on his own. They care not for my multi today as the ball spills out in the tackle. And it's deemed a knock on. Oh, the coach can't believe it. They've coughed it up again here, the Wolves. Dufty, he should have... Oh, he could have gone on his own there, Dufty. I'm convinced. Convinced he could have got there on his own. Scrum down, 15 meters out in midfield. 7 minutes left until the halftime break. Farrell. Up outside the 30. Inside ball. The number 21, Walters. Driven backwards in a three-man tackle. Leeman from dummy half. Ball's kept alive and a good charge there from Margot. Bends off one before finally going to ground just short of the halfway line. Ellis out the back to French. Shows it inside to Farrell. Steps away from a couple on his own. French always dangerous. Fifth and last, 40 meters out. Back to Smith for the kick. Puts it high. Very high kick. Marshall's putting through, chasing through to put pressure on. But Thulis takes it and runs back towards the middle of the park. 6 minutes to go till the halftime break. And the Wolves still trapped down their own end. They've had their chances. Finding themselves 3 converted tries down, though. Straightening the line here is Russell. Flat pass at best to Crowther. Fifth and last. Williams runs it to the line, puts it high. It's going to land 10 meters out. It's taken by the Wolves. Play on. And now they've gone to ground. Oh, they want 6 more tackles. They want 6 more, but it's not incoming, not getting the call. And the Warriors back in possession. 5 minutes to go until halftime. 18 points to nil. Margot backs into the defense. Another strong carry. The dummy from Leeming goes on his own, finds some space up the middle. And now a dummy from Field, who almost opens them up. And he goes to ground 40 metres out. Staying on this near side. Smith, though, cuts back open. Throws it over into midfield for Walters. Walters almost goes through. Fifth and last. Quick ball here. French with the pass back inside for Smith. And Smith steps back in field to score. Quick play the ball. Front foot ball. Retreating defense. Bevan French stamps his mark on this game. The halves combining against a retreating defense. It was game over at that point. The Wolves had no chance of stopping that. Very little. They had their backs turned as well. They weren't even backing up. Were literally turned around, facing away from the attack. And Smith gives us the PNG tumble. Well, it looks like it's going to be one of those days where everybody from Wigan scores a try except for the two that I've picked in the same game multi. Oh, thank you very much for the rose. Who sent that through? Max Hodge. Up the NRL. Up the NRL. Thank you very much for the rose. Cheers. $22 points to nil. Adam Kieran, 3 from 3. It's right in front of the post. It will surely be 4 from 4. And 24-0. Just trying to wind down the clock. They want to get to the halftime break. Conversion successful and Wigan lead. 24 points to nil. Wolves get us back underway. They have it all to do now in the second half. Margot with the first carry from the kickoff. Leeming finding space up the middle of the ruck. Fends off a couple. Brings it out to the 40. And they are absolutely spent here, the Wolves. They cannot afford another try before the break. But Wigan are absolutely skidding them here. Farrell carries up to the halfway line. A minute and a half to go. Sweaty Dens, ahoy, mate. Smith to Nasemba. Nasemba brought to ground in a two-man tackle. 40 metres out from the try line. Leeming. On it goes now to French, who beats one. Dangerous every single time. And they've lost the ball. They won't get another chance here. 24-0. Wigan leading Warrington inside the last minute until the halftime break. Well, what's the halftime chat going to be? Warrington have had their chances. They've had opportunities to get points. And execution and handling has just let them down. And now another pass out the back to nobody. And that sums up the first half, really, for the Wolves. How different it could have been if they scored that opening try. Down the short side. Poulis now cuts back into the middle. Well wrapped up. 10 seconds to go till the halftime break. Wolves, they go left. Short ball. Cutting back in field. Can they get the ball away? This is it. The last play of the half. Fifth and last. Williams grubbers into the end goal. It's going to be too heavy. $24-0 at the break. Wigan turned into a dominant first half display. You can't believe it. 4 tries, not a single tick off the multi. We got very, very close on a couple of occasions. Dufty could have easily scored if he went on his own rather than passing. And Marshall was just a fingertip away. Feeling all right. Feeling all right about it, though. I think it will really open up in the second half. 24-0 at the halftime break. One-way traffic at the moment. The Wolves have got to regroup. And they've got to come out firing here in the second half. Otherwise, be a little bit different, a little bit disappointing, wouldn't it? $24-0, halftime break. And we'll have ourselves a quick break here on the Waste of Water Sports. And be back after this to sum up everything we just witnessed. Super League. But let's see. I did find somewhere that's got the try scorers up. That's what we want. Except we want to make sure that that is under the camera. And we can probably shorten it up a little bit as well. There we go. Very good. There we go. That has freed up or filled in that space a little bit. I'm feeling a bit better about the screen layout. Dansetu, you need French and Miski for a double, each for $400 collect. Oh, very nice. As you can see, I need a lot of work still to do in the second half. A lot of work for my multi. Paddy Hearn says, come on, Dufty. Lots of work to be done in the second half for my multi there. But I'm feeling pretty good about it, actually. Surprisingly good, to be honest. You would think, I mean, you would look at that and you go, oh, geez, he's nowhere near it yet. But both teams have been creating opportunities. I feel like there'll be plenty of tries in the second half. Paddy Hearn, thank you very much for the rose. All right, now, what else did I want to do here in the halftime break? I wanted to make this red text white. I think the red text in the score needs to be white. So how do I go about that? Have a look. Densetto says French anytime try and Farrell anytime try plus Miski double. Nice. Well, French has got one. Miski's got one. That's not looking too bad. Hang on. Miski's got confirmed, didn't it? That's not looking too bad at all. I'm having one of those weekends. Like last weekend was so good. We got three SGMs hit in the same weekend. This weekend, we're struggling to even get a leg. Just having one of those weeks. I mean, they happen, don't they? You get them from time to time. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way. Okay, so, yes, I want this red text on the scoreboard to be white. I think that will look a heap better. All right. There we go. I think we've got this layout looking pretty slick. I'm happy with that. We've got the try scorers there. We've got the score there now. Nice and white and standing out. Just moving forward now, I want to do something a little bit cleaner with the same game multi. I'm thinking of turning it into more of a, rather than just the player photos just sort of being there, transparent, just hanging there off the top of the scoreboard almost. I'm feeling like some sort of, maybe like a, give it a trading card type of vibe. Put them in little boxes. D-Funk says you're looking at bets for the Warriors game. You found 40-20 in the match at $4.50. Thoughts? Yeah. I mean, it's not the sort of bet that I put on. So, but I mean, it could happen. Jamal Fogarty is an immaculate kicker, and I think. Why do I feel like Metcalf kicked one in the preseason warm-ups? But yeah, not the sort of bet that I personally put on. But I think a game that involves Jamal Fogarty is going to be a chance for a 40-20. I'll tell you what I've gone for. Actually, I really, really need to use the bathroom. So I will have a quick break, and then when I come back, I'll tell you what I've put on for the footy games today. Okay, so here's the bets that I've got on today. We can run through them just quickly. Obviously, the one that's on the screen now that's not looking very good at all. So, Raiders versus Warriors. 4 legs. $10 stake. And I've also got same game multi-cover on this one. So what that means for people that are unaware, if one leg fails, but you get the rest right, I don't lose my initial stake. Okay, so Raiders versus Warriors, 4 legs, $10 stake. Anytime try scorers, Tuivasa Sheck, Xavier Savage, Hudson Young, and Wade Egan. $10 stake, potential return, $684.10. Panthers versus the Sharks. $10 stake, same game multi-cover. Casey McLean, Kyle Ero, and Lindsey Smith. Anytime tries. Potential return, $740.10. So, yeah, you can see that my wages are slightly different to... just trying to pick, and that's why I don't win many of them. But when I do, it's like, that's why I get so excited. So anyway, I probably wasn't supposed to say that. My bad. Probably wasn't meant to reveal that much on stream. That probably went horribly against the terms of service of at least one of the platforms. So I won't do that again. That was a cheeky little, I'll throw that in there at halftime and hope that nobody notices. And halftime it is. Halftime, Max. So there's 40 minutes left. Teams getting ready to come out for the second half now. 24 points to 0, but the Warrington Wolves, they've not gone without their chances. They've had multiple opportunities inside the Wigan 22. Matt Duffy probably had the best opportunity of all. I am convinced that if he goes on his own, I might actually, I'll message the old Panther, actually, to get the highlights up. I would like to do a little dissection, a little analysis of that play, I think Dufty could have gone on his own. I'll message him after this game. We'll get some analysis. Second half about to get underway. Wolves with the kickoff. $50 free bet on the Sharks game. Very nice. Well, yeah, if it's a free bet, I mean, free bet, you can put whatever you want on. If it were me, though, this is just me, but I'm a stupid idiot. If it were me, I would be putting a free $50 bet on something that was going to return like thousands of dollars. But then, yeah, obviously, I just went through my same game multis then. I'm obviously very, very extravagant. Oh, you can't use it for SGMs? Never mind then. There you go. That's the little fine print, was it? Has to be a straight up bet. Fair enough then. Wigan, fifth and last. The kick from Smith inside his own 40. Taken on the full. And the Wolves with their first possession. Thulis brings it out to the 25 in center field. From dummy half. Well read there by Bevan French. No meters gained. And a waste of a tackle here for the Wolves. So is it a 40-20 in either game, Defunk, or just the Warriors-Raiders game? If it's across both games, then yeah, 100%. I'd say there will be one. I mean, you've got Nathan Cleary. You've got Braden Trindle. You've got Fogarty as dummying and going straight through the gap is Walker. He's brought to ground, 30 out. And here come the Wolves again. Williams dinks it in over the top. They get in each other's way there, Marshall and Field. And Marshall is tackled in goal. They just got in each other's way there, Marshall and Field. Densetu says, a roughie for me. I got RTS and Robinson and McLean, all doubles. I'll tell you what, I talked about it in my preview video. I did a preview video on YouTube for the Vegas round. I had a lot of positive things to say about Casey McLean, and I like that. I reckon he's definitely going to score one, and he could very easily score two, standing at the end of that Panthers backline, that Panthers system. Tackle one here for the Wolves, 25 out. Must be the first team to score here in the second half. They absolutely must be. Williams. DJ Shack, ahoy mates. 10 meters out here, the Wolves. Williams runs across field. Links up with Philbin. In front of the post, 10 out. They go left. Again, a short ball. Williams to Fitzgibbon. Big defense from Kieran. Fifth and last here, 10 meters out still. Williams with the crossfield kick. Not a lot of distance on it. And December with both hands. He didn't even jump. December just put both hands up above his head. And he took it out of the air, away from everybody else. Wigan back in possession here. 20 out from their own line. You had a wild night last night, DJ Shack, eh? That's what I like to hear. Miskey with a very strong carry. Earning a good 20 meters off that. Leam from dummy half. Now they release the ball. Field with the cutout pass. Marshall's got space down that left edge. Puts the foot down. Support in field from Field. And Field will score. Marshall draws in Dufty. Passes back on the inside. And Field will dive over untouched. And Wigan are putting on a clinic now. 28-0, the kick to come. Absolutely, DJ Shack. I am here for the day. Marshall down the sideline. It was 3-on-1. A simple draw and pass was all that was needed. A simple draw and pass is what happened. $28 to 0. No, she didn't, UFC. And it's way too late now. She's just going to have to do them live, in person. She's going to have to run through them in the pregame. Conversion attempt here from Kieran. About midway between the post and the sideline. The way that he's been kicking, he should put this over. It's not on the favoured side for a left-footed kicker. Moves in, strikes it. Well, it's on target. He's kicking perfectly tonight, Kieran. 30 points to 0. And Wigan, they're having a field day now. Running away with it. Warrington with the restart. Margot with the first head up, driven backwards in the tackle, but now he fights his way forward, the big fella. Barrel charges into contact. Oh, there's still plenty more points left in this game. Absolutely. High contact here on the number 21, Wigan Walters, that is. The ball popped out the back from Ellis. Here's Nursemba. Nursemba gets on the outside, and Marshall's got space down the left flank again. Cuts back in field. Beats a 1-2. Chip over the top. And it falls for the Wolves. And they get away with it. Well, they're throwing everything at them now. They are throwing absolutely everything at them now with reckless abandon. Feeling very, very comfortable with proceedings here, the Wigan Warriors. And now Warrington put it out on the full. From inside their own 40, out on the full. And, well, this has got a very, very dark and foreboding feeling about it. Wastedsports.com.au. I may as well take the multi off the screen for the moment. Wastedsports.com.au. NRL tipping and fantasy. Free to join for season 2025. NRL fantasy and NRL tipping leagues. Compete against the Wasted Water Sports crew and against other members of the chat room. Free to join. Wastedsports.com.au. It's not too late to join. There's still an hour to go until kickoff in the first game. You can get your team locked in. You can get your tips locked in. Wastedsports.com.au. That's where you'll find links to all our tipping and fantasy leagues. As Leeming breaks away from dummy half, kicks in behind the line. It almost sits up for Bevan French. Oh, Bevan French nearly had a double. Ashton just gets his big mitts on it and taps it dead in the nick of time. The double was nearly on. Goal line restart. Just goes the 10, and it is plucked out of the air for the Wolves. Thulis doing extremely well. Oh no, it was King, sorry. Open side they go. Williams runs it to the line. Dummies can't get through December. Why take on December? Like targeting the biggest man in prison. And now they spill the ball. Backwards, says the referee, and that's 6 more tackles. Well, it hasn't been called 6 more. Wigan definitely got a touch on it. And now straight up the middle. Harrison goes on a good burst. 40 metres out from Wigan's line. The high ball, contestable. It's lost forward by King. And Marshall has it for Wigan. Ten minutes gone in the second half. And this does have the feeling it's going to start to drag out now, isn't it? Going to just drag along. Since it's over as a contest. And French goes straight up the middle. Needs support. No, he doesn't. He still goes on his own. Inside ball to Field. Field beats one, beats a second. They're 15 out. Fires the cutout pass across to Wardle. And Wardle scores in the corner. We finally get a tick off the multi. Our first tick off the multi. Have yourself a nice cold beer there, Wardle. 34-0. And Bevan French has just ripped them to pieces in the midfield. Incredible. He had Farrell in support. Field in support. And Field throws the perfect cutout pass. Wardle scampers down the left touchline to score. And finally a tick off the multi. Oh, it's going to be a big, big score. A big, big score incoming. Well, it's already a big score, but I mean, an even bigger score is inbound. Can Kieran keep up his 100% success rate with the boot? Seb Watson, ahoy mate. Heck of a game for my Warriors. Wish I could have got out there. Lots of support there for Wigan. And Kieran, perfect success rate so far. This, a difficult kick. Not on his favoured side. That hasn't stopped him, though, so far today. To keep the perfect record alive, oh, he can do no wrong. The man can do no wrong. Kieran hooks it around perfectly. And it is 36 points to 0. It has been a massacre here in Vegas for the Warrington Wolves. Back underway. And Miskey takes the kickoff. Thompson rumbles it up the middle. 30 metres out from their own line. Walters Driven back in a 4-man tackle. Are they going to get points, the Wolves? Hopefully Dufty scores. Barrel up towards halfway. Paul Vaughan getting ready to come back on for another stint as French attacks the short side and he breaks straight through again. He's got support inside. And the pop pass to Thompson. They've scored again. Oh, they're running riot here, Wigan. Bevan French is tearing them to shreds. 40 points to 0. There is still 26 minutes to go. We are witnessing an annihilation. Some really poor defensive efforts there on French. The ankle breaker, and he goes straight through. Oh, get him over to the NRL, huh? I mean, I'm sorry, Super League, but oh, we'll take him. Bevan French to play 6. Braden Trindle to shift 1 out to 7. Nico Hines to, I don't know, piss off back to Melbourne. I'd be happy with that. There's still 25 minutes to go. $40 points to 0. That will surely bring up the 50. Rodri, ahoy there, mate. Did I see Ospreys versus Glasgow a game in the URC Rugby Union? I did not. No. What happened? Anything special happen? Kieran from just to the right of the post to keep his perfect record alive. A last-minute kick. Oh, exciting stuff. Kieran puts it right down the middle. The perfect record remains intact. It's 42 points to 0. Well, this has become embarrassing. Back underway. French takes the kickoff, pops it up to one of his big boppers. $24 minutes to go. Wigan bring it outside their 30. Ellis goes straight up the middle. Who have I got winning the elimination chamber? Oh. French gets away from a tackle, fires it back in field. And on the halfway line, ready to go on the attack again here. Smith puts the kick in behind the line, looking for touch. It sits up, though, at the back. And Warrington are in possession. Held up and driven back in the tackle. CM Punk probably makes the most sense, James, but the thing that I'm concerned about is unless they're going to carry on the Paul Heyman favor story for a whole year, as the pass is held up and King's into a little bit of space. Back on the inside is Paul Vaughan. Pops it back. It's been touched by Wigan, and it'll be 6 more tackles. And here comes the Warrington Wolves. 10 meters out, a full set of 6. Dufty in at first receiver. Running cross field. Ankle tapped and brought to ground. Penalty to the Wolves. Take the 2. Get yourselves on the board. Take the 2 points. Get yourself on the board. They tap and go. Vaughan charges towards the line. He's held up a metre short. He's over the line now, actually, Vaughan. Go back and play it. What he's told. A metre out. And lost from dummy half. It'll be a penalty. They're offside again here, Wigan. The back-to-back penalties. Yates takes tackle 1 just to the right of the post. 5 metres out. Across to Williams. Williams pops it at the back for Dufty. Dufty dances around, fends off 1, heads back towards the middle of the field, and now running all the way across field, and he's lined up by Wardle. Pops it back for Williams. Sevens stuff here, touch footy stuff from the Wolves. 15 metres out, they've lost yardage on play 2. Vaughan straightens up, though, and gives them all that yardage back. Play 3. 5 metres out, just to the right of the post. This is where they started. Williams runs to the line. Well tackled by Farrell. 2 left in the set here. Can the Wolves get on the board? Leyland runs across the post. He's taken 10 out on the 5th and last. Here they go. Williams now puts the little grubber kick in, and it's taken by Field, and he dives back into play. Beautiful work there from the Wigan fullback, and just no ideas on attack there. And Wigan now keep it alive. December cuts back in field, and a penalty to Wigan. A relieving penalty. They can smash this out of their own end now. 20 minutes to go. Smith with the touch finder. Puts it over the sideline 40 metres out from their own try line. 42 points to 0. Still 20 minutes to play. And the Wolves just can't break the line. They were down that end again. Low play the ball. Walters passes to nobody. And it sits up now for Warrington. I think Wigan have gone to sleep. In all honesty, it's got that vibe about it now. Wigan have gone to sleep. They know the job is done. The errors are creeping in. Vaughan offloads. Williams down this near side. Decides to take them on. That will be play 3. 30 metres out. Back into midfield here. Harrison. 20 metres out. Staying on the far side. Leyland to the line. Out the back it goes. Dufty changes direction. Heads back towards the middle of the post. Dufty now goes on his own. Gets the arms free. And he has lost the ball half a metre out. Dufty. So close yet so far. $42 points to 0. 18.5 minutes remain. Scrum down here for Wigan in midfield. 10 metres out from their own line. Smith feeds. And the first hit up taken there by Wardle. 18 minutes to go. Marshall getting involved with the carries out of territory. Gets kicked in the face there, accidentally. I'm assuming it was accidental. A cheeky little kick in the face. $40 metres out from the line. Now up to halfway. Wigan. Tackle 4. And they've lost the ball on halfway. They've completely gone off the boil here, Wigan. They know the job is done. They've fallen asleep. The foot is well and truly off the gas. And some very simple mistakes are creeping in now. Come on, it's Vegas. Keep up the performance, right? "17 minutes to go. Scrum down in midfield. Leyland onto Harrison and a penalty to the Wolves. Wigan offside. Leyland with the touch finder. Takes it 10 meters out. Good kick. And here they go. Warrington. Can they get on the board? In midfield. Yates. 10 meters out. He is tackled on play 1. Dufty's in it, up in the line here. Harrison with the crash ball. A couple of meters short, right in front of the post. Wolves, they go left. Vaughan now has a go. Big Paul Vaughan. A meter short. And they just look very flat, the Wolves. Out the back it goes for Williams. Puts the grubber kick in, wanting it to sit up. Has he got hands on it? Lindop is claiming it. The try's been awarded. Well, I think they feel sorry for them. Lindop, sorry, not Wildop. Williams with the kick to Lindop. It looked like, oh no, he has scored it. Fair enough too. Well, off the boot, it looked like it was way too heavy and it was going to go sailing over the dead ball line. But it sits up and Lindop gets an arm out, plants it down, and he scored it with plenty of space. The Wolves are on the board with 15 minutes to go. Conversion successful, and it's 42 points to 6. 14 and a half remaining. When's that going to update? Get that try score on there for Warrington. Wigan with the restart. So 14 minutes to play. King brings it out to the 20. Harrison on a good charge up the middle. Can they bag some consolation points here? Vaughan just short of halfway. Offloads. Wigan get hands on it. That'll be 6 more tackles. Play on. And tackle 1 now just inside Wigan's territory. Down the short side, Williams. To Curry. Back to Williams. Williams throws it back to nobody. And that is tackle 1. 30 meters out. Staying on the short side. Williams cuts back open, though, and feeds it off to Vaughan. Vaughan gets the arms free. Pass around the back. Well scooped up by Powell. And they're 10 meters out now. The Wolves looking for more points. Loose pass out the back. And Yates Goes on a good charge. 2 meters short. Williams on the back foot puts a little dink in over the top. It's claimed by the Wolves. The basketball pass back in field to Harrison, and Harrison scores. They've got another try here, the Wolves. 42 points to 10. The kick to come. And they have gone completely to sleep here, the Wolves. I mean, the Wigan Warriors. Conversion attempt from just to the left of the post. Thullis puts it over. It's 42 points to 12. The comeback is on. There's still plenty of time. 12 minutes. To get 5 tries. (11 minutes 40 to go). As the Warriors and Raiders warming up. James Fisher-Harris, he's got his game face on. Wigan with the restart. Ashton runs across field. Nasemba tries to line him up, misses the tackle. And now, an almost spiked tackle from Bevan French. Got to be careful there. Warrington finishing strong. Left it way too late. Ten and a half to go. 40 meters out from Wigan's line. Inside ball from Williams to Russell. 30 meters out here on the last. Williams. Oh, he's put too much on this. He's overcooked it. Oh, and flying through the air. And almost stealing it. I can't see who it was, but geez. This kick was well overcooked. And almost plucking it out of the air to score a try out of nowhere. Please tell me that wasn't Dufty. Please tell me that was not Dufty. Inside the last 10 minutes. And Wigan, it's amazing how once the intensity drops off, it's so hard to get back. French now takes it to the line. And even French isn't having the same level of threat on the defensive line as he was. Leeming from dummy half. Across to the left they go. Field. And it's been spilt by Wardle. Lost forward. And Wigan, well, they've done what they've needed to do. They've completely dropped off for this final 20 minutes or so. It's really been a miserable display once they got out to that 42-point lead. Nine minutes remaining. And Warrington. Can they jag some more points? Harrison. 45 out from his own try line. Play 2. Up to halfway they go now on the 3rd. Leyland at the back to Williams. Short ball. And well defended there. Russell brought to ground. Dumped on his back. 40 metres out. Williams. Inside ball is forward by a mile. But we're in America, so play on. 5th and last. Williams now to Leyland. Runs it to the line. Chips over the top. King leaps in the air. Can't wrestle that ball away. And Wigan will get the penalty. Kieran's been picked up and driven back into the in goal after he'd already surrendered. They tap and go. French brings it outside the 20, catching them napping a little bit. 7 minutes remaining. $42-12. We've started with a massacre. Hopefully this is the only blowout that we see today. We want to see a couple of close games. French onto Field. Field's wrapped up on the halfway mark. Leaming to the number 16 there, Byrne. Spills the ball. And Wigan again with the error, not completing their set. It's really been a poor finish to the game for the Warriors. But, I mean, it'd be so hard, wouldn't it? It'd be so hard to stay completely motivated when you're 42 points in the league. 42 points up. It'd be hard to just stay fully focused, I'm sure. Harrison from the back of the scrum. 6 minutes to go. Leyland, short ball. Yates goes to ground on halfway. Breaking down the short side now. A nice ball. And some space opens up for Philbin. Quick play the ball. Staying on this short side. And almost intercepted from Kieran. That'll be 6 more tackles. Knocked on. And Warrington, they're having all the play here at the back end of the match. But unfortunately for them, I mean, it's all amounting to naught because they're so far behind. $42-12, 5 minutes left. A set piece play here from scrum time. Here's Dufty. Dufty puts the step on. Jinx back in field. Now goes in and away. Dufty for the line. Dufty scores. Matt Dufty scores. Well, we're going to finish one leg short of the multi. They're going to have a look, and painfully, we're going to finish one leg short. Unbelievable. Dufty with a great individual effort. In and away he goes. And that was so obviously a try. I'm convinced that there is a commercial agreement in place that this smart meters gets their ad played a certain amount of times. They're making sure that they race through it so that they meet the quota. They'll be taking every opportunity today to go up to the TMO. 4.5 minutes to go. One leg left on the multi. We're running out of time. Conversion from Thulis successful. And it's 42 points to 18. Marshall. Ahoy there, Marshall. Multi was paying a bit, yes. For a $10 steak. $10 steak. And it was 316 return. Harrison takes the kickoff. 4 minutes to play. And Warrington lose the ball. Well, here's a chance. With 4 minutes to go, Wigan will go on the attack inside Warrington's 20. Well, they send it wide to the left for Marshall. There he is. Standing out there on that left-hand touchline. This is it. You get the feeling. This is it. The last opportunity. Smith feeds. 30 metres out. They do break to Marshall's side. Smith takes the line on. Out the back it goes to field. Marshall's in space. And Marshall scores in the corner. Marshall dots it down. The multi hits with 3 minutes remaining. Yes! Oh, we are on fire in same-game multi-land. With 3 minutes remaining. All ticks secured. We are on a hot streak of hot streaks with these same-game multis. 3 last week. And already 1 down today. Oh, boy. Bring it on. $46 points to 18. Next game, same game multi. I've gone all out. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Xavier Savage, Hudson Young, and Wade Egan, anytime try scorers. Kieran from the sideline to keep up his perfect record. Seven from 7. The multi has hit. We are not far away from kickoff. Warriors versus Raiders. And we'll just we'll watch this conversion attempt from Adam Kieran. From the sideline. Moves in, strikes it, it's hooking, It holds its line just enough, and he keeps his perfect record for the day. Wigan lead 48-18. A perfect kicking display tonight from Kieran. The next game not far away, Wasted Water Sports free tipping and fantasy for NRL 2025. wastedsports.com.au. wastedsports.com.au, our official website. You will find there links to our tipping and fantasy leagues. It's not too late to join, but you've got to get in quick because, kickoff is in half an hour. Penalty on halfway for Wigan as the short kickoff doesn't go the 10 metres. It actually went out on the full. 20 metres out. Can Wigan hit the 50? French in midfield. looking for 50 points here. French down the short side, intercepted, and Warrington will race away and score. Surely, does he have the pace? Coming across his field, he's lost a boot. The number 5, Ashton, scores a length of the field. Intercept try. They've gone the length of the field. And that was a pretty exciting way to finish the match. Losing his boot and still being able to outpace them all the way to the line. Ashton. Field gets across, shows great pace. Rips the boot off. But it wasn't enough to stop Ashton from going all the way. Conversion attempt from the sideline. Time is up. It's on target. Oh, the kicking has been beautiful tonight. The kicking has been amazing. 48 points to 24. Ashton's hurt himself. Maybe just cramps, actually. It looks like cramps. 48 points to 24. Wigan way too good. A multi has hit. Can't wipe the smile off my face. Because they all looked lost with that one. It all looked like it was lost. And with 3 minutes to go. Liam Marshall in the corner. 48 points to 24. One game down, 2 to go for us. We'll have a quick break and be back to sum up that game right after this on the Waste of Water Sports. Spin a shark, ahoy, mate. Oh, wow. 48 points to 24. The Wigan Warriors way too strong here over the Warrington Wolves. Wastedsports.com.au. This is pretty much your last chance to jump on and join for free our NRL tipping and fantasy leagues. Well, your last chance to get in from the start. You're still more than welcome to join anytime you want. It's just you might be starting from behind, is all. So you've got half an hour until kickoff to jump on in, get your team set up, your fantasy team, or put your tips in. Either or. Wastedsports.com.au, our official website. And there you will find links and join codes for all our free-to-join Super Rugby, Force of Habit. We've been doing all the Super Rugby games. NRL fantasy and tipping for season 2025. And or if you are signed up already via tipping.nrl.com.au through the official NRL website, just go to leagues and search for Wasted World of Sports. That's another way to join. Nice and easy if you're already signed up. Same game multi for the next game. 4 legs. Raiders versus Warriors. Anytime try scorers. Tuivasa Shek, Xavier Savage, Hudson Young, Wade Egan. $10 stake. $684.10 potential payout. Let's go. Let's keep the streak going. All right. Thank you so much for your company here for this one. Wigan, way too strong. And we will be back very, very soon. Very, very soon. For the Warriors versus the Raiders. Wasted Water Sports. See you soon. Oh, I've gone the Warriors, James. Warriors